Their reason lies in the report of the Department of Security Service, the DSS. Nigerians have been following the events and shifted blame away from the Senate.
The body that has stopped Magu from being FCC chairman confirmed today is the DSS under the presidency. Are you telling me that any Senate in the world, no matter how rotten, could have gone ahead to confirm Magu as the FCC chairman based on that report from the DSS? The first time he came, they did based on the reports. He came the second time. On the eve of his appearance, the DSS wrote to the Senate that we are standing by our reports, submitted so dates on this fellow. And say, okay, and we expect the Senate to say, okay, we have taken this report with DSS, Mr. Magu, you are confirmed as EFCC chairman. But all the lawyers, many of the lawyers, senior lawyers for that matter, who have been talking, they are just saying the Senate, the Senate, the Senate. Why not the DSS? The DSS is under the presidency. If the presidency is so sure of Magu that has the credentials of the DSS man, why did the presidency not tell DSS to withdraw that report before it went for the second screening?
Some have even ruled out sentiment on the part of the Senate.
The law does not dwell with sentiment. The law is the law. Whether the confirmation was rejected on sentiment or not, confirmation has been rejected. And the Senate has said, look, you're not fit to occupy that office. It's like going for an interview and they say, look, you're not fit for this job. Whether it's based on sentiment or not, the people that have the capacity and the power to take such decision have taken a decision. And most especially since the presidency did not put their house in order.
How do you protect the institution? Is you obey the rules and the tradition.
One contradicting voice on the matter has been that of the senator representing Borno South, Ali Ndume. He's been of the opinion that Mr. Ibrahim Magu should have been confirmed as the EFCC chairman. This opinion, as well as others on issues such as the authenticity of Senator Dino Melaye's certificate, earned him a 6-month suspension from the House.
That Senator Dino Melaye obtained a first degree in geography from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and that 7, that having failed to cross-check facts before presented at the plenary, he could not be said to be a patriotic representative of the Senate and should be penalized to serve as a deterrent to others. Recommendations. After due consideration of the matter, as revealed by different parties to the case, the committee recommends as follows. 1. That the Senate do suspend Senator Mohammed Ali Dume from bringing Senator Dino Melaye and his colleague and institution of the Senate to unbearable disrespect at this time of our national life, when caution, patriotism, careful consideration, and due diligence should be our watchwords.
I am always in principle against suspension. So my suggestion is to ask Ali Ndume or Senator Ali Ndume to come publicly at the plenary and apologize to the Senate President, and to Senator Dino Melaye.
What I would say, Mr. Chairman, if now this man can show any remorse, we can simply either step down the punishment, reduce it, or be even consider it.
Distinguished colleagues, those in support of recommendation 3, that the suspension be for a period of 6 months, say aye. Those against saying nay, the ayes have it.
What did Ndume do? I don't see anything wrong with what he had done. You know, and because if there is an issue that borders on the credibility and the question of the National Assembly, it behoves on the National Assembly to immediately trash out that issue so as to clear its credibility, because we're talking about institutions here. And so if there is a question of certificates, scandals, bordering against members, or issue of the fact that there are some cars that whose duties were not paid, and that's why they're after the custom boss. The first thing, the best thing that ought to have been done would be for National Assembly to do a re-examination and cleanse itself, purge itself.
It's an internal affairs of the Senate. They had whatever allegations left against him, and if within their rules is found wanting and they suspended him, I mean, the next thing for him to do is to proceed to the courts if he believes that he was already suspended. I remember that there was time when some people were suspended in the House of Reps in the last legislative session. They went to court.
The issue of confirming the EFCC boss still remains uncertain, with the DSS report not withdrawn and Mr. Magu still in the acting capacity. Many wonder what twist the story will take next.
The president can nominate Magu for as many as he wants to, but from what we see with the National Assembly will continually reject him, from what we see. And then also from what we see from the presidents or the presidency, the people that want him out are more in the presidency than in the National Assembly. And so, even if they want to renominate him, they should first and foremost put their house in order. I mean, the presidency should first and foremost put their house in order. And then, so that because on the two occasions that his nomination has been rejected, it was rejected on the basis of an instrument from the DSS, which is an agency under the presidency. And the DG DSS also is a member of the board of EFCC.
Is Magu the only person that can fight corruption in Nigeria? For argument's sake, nothing should happen to Magu. If Magu is no more today, we will not fight corruption. So I think that's a lame excuse. In fact, if we are really fighting corruption, what you should have done is to, before Magu went for the second screening, to have asked DSS to withdraw the report. Or look for another person to continue the thing. But to allow that report to hang there and to send it go ahead and confirm, and Senate does not confirm and not create all this drama, division, and the rest, I perceive it to be a needless and orchestrated drama to divert attention from serious issues of governance that have been attended to.